Hello, guys.
You're here.
And look at her over there sleeping.
It's been a while. When Varessa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
I mean, I'm not
Sounds
gonna
like
place
Varessa might
first,
finally be in
but
for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Not much
Yeah.
longer, Varessa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Okay.
So we get to eat for free?
Who doesn't like free food?
Awesome. Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When
Thanks.
the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varessa was a key member of that team. Varessa?
Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Oh, sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Nice, nice, nice.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium. Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That
Guardians
is a
of Tolan.
duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium. Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh?
Yep.
Hold on. Where did Varessa go? Wasn't she just here? Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's
Of
go
course.
check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone. I'll lead the way.
I guess we gotta go find her somewhere. She's probably at the kitchen. Oh no, she's right here. Right in front of us.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Varessa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varessa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varessa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You do know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded. Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zacatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Let us go. Go. Sit down.
It smells so good. Varessa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait. Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa.
Damn.
Hold on. Varessa's plate looks completely different than ours.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varessa challenge. The Varessa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Varessa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Varessa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varessa challenge.
Who was
And
that?
that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Oh, of course.
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varessa challenge was still too much, even for her.
She said, ah!
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varessa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Varessa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so... You're saying Malika had these portions, and she just breezed through?
Yeah.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's
Oh
gonna
my
defend
goodness.
her honor with everything she's got. Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. delicious!
Oh,
you gotta try
man.
this one too, Traveler! It's amazing! Oh, and this!
Oh,
And this
man.
one is... Alright, that's it. Paimon taps out.
That's it. 500 taps out.
It doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel. Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
A 5-month challenge.
Let's hear it for Veressa, who has once again completed the challenge.
Let's
And
go.
with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Let's go.
Ha! Well done, Veressa.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
And her character started. She started floating down.
Nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know? Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions.
Hmm.
If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Don't worry, Veressa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena. Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too? Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Veressa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Wow.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way,
Makes
you have
sense.
something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Hmm.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene. Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom.
What?
It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green.
Okay.
There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh?
Why green one?
What's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
So you just do it? No hesitation?
Okay, because
No
that's
reason?
not weirdly specific at all.
I don't know. I don't know if you should.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food. Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
Yes, I'll try to finish it all next time. Thank you. Where's that at? That's in her garden.
Coach will take it from here.
Chee.
Controlled breathing.
I couldn't.
Coach will take it from here.
Weird that I couldn't change into her.
Quick as a flash.
There you go. I'm here.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes.
I don't know about that.
The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though.
Suspicious.
Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but why
Yeah,
would you
but
listen to another person
My tribe is more important.
about something in
I
your
love
nation? That
everything
doesn't
about
make
this
sense.
place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control. Command the truth.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
Yeah.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of
Fiatena.
courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds.
Bruh.
Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience. Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Yeah. I sure am.
I see. Well then, I'll grill some up right away.
So, notice anything, Traveler?
Nope.
Just like Varessa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Oh.
Who
Of
said
course
that?
something has to happen when I eat it.
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well.
Is she part of the Hexen? Is this person part of the Hexen Circle? Because they're the only ones who can do this.
Now, I shall grant
Right?
you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era. Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Ah, so you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Wow.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Okay.
I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I don't serve anyone.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name?
Yes.
Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point.
Guess she's not part of the Hexen Circle.
In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being.
Okay.
However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As
Sure.
with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look, more green mushrooms right in front of us.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Okay.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
I think How is still worse.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Maybe,
I don't think
but
he is.
most of it sounded
I don't
like
think he
hot
is.
air to Paimon.
I don't think he is anything.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
Yes.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this.
Let us
So
go.
we can command the truth and this mushroom.
Yes.
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
We have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating. Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
It's talking.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Veressa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
I mean, we can. Our boy Mongo.
Mercy! Mercy!
Bango.
The
was his name?
food is sacred!
Bongo.
Everything else, waste!
Bongo head.
That all I know. Promise!
And he disappeared.
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I don't know.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of
Finishing.
nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Let us go somewhere else. Let's talk to this mushroom then. See what this mushroom's got to
green
say.
mushroom, and it turned into a fungus. Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice. Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I
Okay.
should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
Yeah.
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation? Enough chatter. Time for my question.
Okay.
Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
So, no.
Man, how are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Because he's a fun guy.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Yeah, shitty puns.
Sumeru mushrooms. Of course. Paimon
Hey,
can't
don't tell
believe she
me,
didn't
don't
think
tell
of
me
this
Sino's on
possibility.
this.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh.
I mean, one of them is.
Is it because the people are so clever?
No. I mean,
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
yeah, our
Well,
the
since
general
you have proven your
mantra.
wits, I I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual.
Oh man, that one pun he did in a event last update. It was so bad. It was so cringe. But yeah.
Mushrooms like us are
I still have the video,
Lord's
but
intermediaries.
I could
Incinerating our
make it a
flesh
short.
forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Okay.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with
Yeah, man.
special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking for us, huh? Let's try and ask the other mushrooms. Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Since it's a green mushroom. Yes. Pick it up. Oh no, I already picked it up.
Hey, there are two fungi over there. Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course. Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool. You green caps are so wise. Just
You
like our
green
Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
Okay.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew. And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
He didn't know, did he?
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there? And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first! So,
regular
we
mushrooms.
passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all.
All we had to do was eavesdrop.
Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
How does that work?
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor. Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like a plan.
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akatl and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Yeah.
Stronger.
Rev the engines!
Let us go. and teach them the ways of the mushroom.
Coach will take it from here. Keep pushing. Quick as a flash.
Huh.
They're not buying it, are they?
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
The silence speaks volumes.
The mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all,
Yeah.
none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varessa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do. Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Oh, wait! You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick.
Okay. Cook those mushrooms. Cook it.
All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Don't try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like!
Not high enough, huh?
How high do you need?
We need a more powerful
How much
source
heat
of
do you need then?
Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat.
You need a pyro user, but we haven't seen
I'll see what I
any
can do.
in a
Leave it to
while.
me.
The only 2 pyro users
We
in
should take a
Battleland
look, too.
is
Definitely!
the Traveler and
We're not super
Mawika.
familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
And Aoife's Animo. Okay. Where do we go?
Control breathing.
Right? You know what? I'm just gonna teleport over there. Where are they? There they are. Nope. Run! Ah!
Coach will take
Leave
it
me
from here.
alone!
Hey, there should be some avatars of
Katankasaur,
lava
leave
somewhere
me alone.
on this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that? It seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
True.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yes. Yes, it did.
It doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me. Thanks.
Yes.
It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. Alright, we should keep looking.
You can do it, Barissa. You can do it.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump. The avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Oh.
Charge?
Stronger. Let's move. Why me?
Oh, there you go.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look,
How's...
the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Oh, let's see. Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep
How to
heading
use
up.
her ult? I used her ultimate, but it didn't do the...
Time to roll. Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead. Charge! Start the clock! Hurry up, Grassa!
There you go.
Oh no, not good. Volcano is acting up again.
Wait, where am I supposed to go? This way. Whoops.
What is that? It looks like a giant weed.
Oh, okay.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect.
No, I restarted it. I left the area.
A few more chunks like this.
Okay, I gotta skip that part.
Time to roll. Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead. Look out below! Hero incoming! It's justice o'clock!
This. This.
On my mark! You wanna stand down! Charge!
There you go. Avoid the... Okay, I gotta avoid getting hit.
Volcano is acting up again.
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
Stabilize.
This. There you go.
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful. Look out below! Hi!
go.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time. Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Yep.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna teleport to the other side. Teleport to the other side.
Coach will take it from here. Controlled breathing.
Whee!
Yeah.
Whoa, what the heck?
Back, and we found a bunch of stuff to use.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations on our side, too.
I've managed to get
Nice.
these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Nice.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varessa and her guest of honor.
Yeah.
We'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Yeah.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no, something's not right.
We're tripping. That's crazy. We are tripping balls. That's crazy, bro. Oh no. Okay, I thought my game crashed for a minute. Let's say we are tripping right now.
Where are we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us? No. What are you feeling?
We're tripping.
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is
Evil
what you
jerk.
look like.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek.
Okay.
Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
Bro.
You wish.
Bro, we fought gods, dragons, mechs. Bro, you're nothing, bro.
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat anyway.
Yeah.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Okay. Approved.
Quick as a flash.
Try and stop me!
There you go. I proved it.
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning
We were always able
as
to do
ever.
this.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my
Right.
miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point.
True. Probably.